And welcome back. As we go ahead and continue looking at file O, we're now going to go ahead and introduce a couple things that we are already familiar with, but we're adding another wrinkle to, which is system in, system out, and system error. So the stream system in, system out, and system error are three streams that are automatically available to your Java code. And these are actually something we're already used to because we've been using system in and system out. Notice we didn't have to import anything. We don't have to format them any particular way because, again, these are already baked right in. Now, system error is just like using system.out, except you can see it has a different name to it. For example, both the following statements will send the string hello to the screen so that it receives two lines, each containing hello. System.println, hello. System.error.println, hello. Now, the output stream system.out is intended to be used for normal console output. So just like we could run your program normally, that's what it's meant for. So this, of course, is bringing up the question of different streams. So having two different standard output streams can be handy when you redirect output. You could redirect, for example, the regular output to one file and redirect the error messages to a different file. Maybe it's like errorlog.txt, for example. Java will allow you to redirect any of these three standard streams to or from a file or any other kind of input-output device. This is done, of course, with the static methods setIn, setOut, and setErr of the class system. Now, when we look at redirecting output, let's say we want our code to connect to the output stream AirStream or some other type that's specified later to a text file. You can then redirect the stream system.error to this text file as follows: system.setErr, AirStream. If the following appears later in your code, system.println, hello from system.out, system.error.println, hello from system.error, then hello.system.out will be written to the screen, but hello from system.error will be written to the file that's connected to that output stream, AirStream. Now you'll note that the arguments to redirecting methods must be of the types shown in the following headings, and these are not classes that we don't discuss here. Right? So we're not going to really worry about these for the scope of what we're going to be learning. So public static void set in, public static void set out, and public static void set error. More just kind of making you aware that these exist than necessarily having said, hey, you should know what these are and how they function. Now, none of the input-output streams that we constructed in our previous programs up to this point are really a type to be suitable of an argument to any of these redirection methods. However, I'm going to give you a sample program here in the redirection demo as a model if you do want to know how do I go ahead and use some of these things such as system error, system out to a text file of our choice. And so here I am with a redirection demo, and you can see here we have a print line that's called AirStream set to null, so nothing new here. And you can see in our try block we're setting it to this print stream to a file output stream of error messages.txt, so it's writing this out to a text file. And then, of course, we just have to catch that. And now this is where we actually are using this setErr to actually dictate something a little different other than going to the console. So here I have system.setErr, AirStream. And so it's saying take the setErr command, and instead of using the normal writing to the console down here, we're instead going to have it write out to this print stream here. And then, of course, it'll say hello from system.error, and we have a good old console print line says hello from system.out, and we're writing again, and then we're closing that stream, because remember, we should always close any streams that we create. Let's go ahead and give this a run. And then we see down here, we just get hello from system.out. But if I were to go here, and let's just give this the mighty refresh, you see now we get error messages.txt. And of course, you can see now we have these two message files in here. And just to kind of show that this, of course, can exist normally, let's just go ahead and before this happens, let's do a system.error, and let's just have it go ahead and print a simple message. Just to show you that this function is pretty much very similar to what we would expect our normal print line to do. So if I just go ahead and run this again, we get a simple message. Now, one thing you'll notice is that if it appears in the console, the text comes out in red because, again, remember, this error is more meant for, you think of as error short for errors, and so debugging and stuff like that is a way for it to kind of stand out really well. And so that's also why you see it says like error messages.txt is a great way for us to kind of help differentiate between a normal expected output versus one that might be an error that we need to identify.